To yet another video focusing on the Nature of Science chapter for Junior Cert Science. In the previous video, we looked at the scientific method, so watch that if you haven't already. And now we will look at lab safety, including safety precautions, warning symbols, and so on. We will look at common safety precautions. So safety precautions are basically the steps you take to ensure you're safe, you don't get hurt. So there's really four main ones that you can think of. If you already know these, I suggest you try it yourself. Name 4 safety precautions. Well, these safety precautions would be to wear a lab coat, wear gloves, you could tie your hair back, and finally, safety goggles. These are really only the 4 main ones that you have to know. You'll be doing a lot of experiments anyway in Junior Cert Science with your teacher, so hopefully you'll have remembered these by the end of 3rd year. Now we're gonna go through warning symbols, and yes, I put it through all caps, and yes, I had to shout it. These are important, maybe not so for the exam, but for your own life. So I put in a lot of effort into drawing these, so please try and remember them. If you have learned these, try guess them before I go through the answers. Right, so this one is harmful or irritant. That one, as you can see by the fire, it's flammable. This one, this is probably the most important one, in my opinion, because it does tend to come up quite a bit. It's corrosive. And if you have studied acids and bases, you will know that strong acids and strong bases, like hydrochloric acid, are corrosive. This one with the skull emoji is toxic. That one, it's like the flammable one, but it has like a circle there. That means oxidizing. And basically what that means is it reacts with other elements and produces a lot of heat, essentially. And this one means explosive. These are basically the main ones that you need to know. So now is our first question of this video. Question 1. One chemical in the lab is a strong acid and can burn through skin. God forbid that ever happens to you. Try this question yourself, and I'll go through the answers now. So part 1. What is the word to describe the burn of such chemicals? So burn is the key word there. So the word to describe the burn of such chemicals is basically just corrosive, or the corrosive properties. Just say corrosive. Part 2, draw the symbol for the hazard named above. So if you'll remember the symbol for corrosive, I'll draw it now. So that there is the symbol for corrosive. You don't really have to know how to draw these, but it is good practice if you want to become confident with them. And then part 3, name 2 safety precautions to minimize this risk. So we can name either of our 4, which would be lab coat, safety goggles, gloves, or tie your hair back. And either one of those 4 answers, any 2 of them, will give you full marks. So these answers mean we have a perfect answer to this question. Hooray! Go through some of the most common apparatus, and apparatus basically just means equipment. They're the same thing. You'll get more familiar with these items throughout the course, and there will be much more for you to learn, but don't worry, you'll become very familiar with these. But just so you get accustomed to these, this here is a beaker. And try these yourself, by the way, if you already know them. This here is a conical flask. Because of its conical shape there, I'm just going to highlight it. This here, it's quite a narrow tube. It's a graduated cylinder. It's used for measuring the volume of a liquid, or the quantity of a liquid, because you can see the numbers there. And this is also used to measure liquids, just much more of them. This here is an evaporating basin or an evaporating dish. It's used to hold liquids that are evaporating. So you'll be using these, for example, when you're making crystals. This here is a Bunsen burner used to heat substances. You won't be using much of it, but I think you might still be using it. I'm not sure. And this here is a test tube. It's used to hold small quantities of liquids. As you can see, it's very, very small. And usually you hold these in something that's called a test tube rack. One quick question before we finish up. Name each of the following apparatus. Try them yourself. Right, so this is an evaporating dish or basin, whatever you wish. This is a graduated cylinder. And this is a beaker. Bonus question. What would the purpose of each of the types of apparatus be? So for the evaporating dish, it will be to hold evaporating liquids. For the graduated cylinder, it would be to measure the volumes of liquids. And for the beaker, it would be to hold liquids, preferably large quantities. And that's our question finished. You have learned about safety precautions, safety symbols, and also some common types of equipment or apparatus that you might use in Junior Cert Science. Thank you for watching our video, and enjoy Junior Cert Science like always, and remember, friction is the force that opposes motion between two surfaces in contact.